Hello everybody, welcome back to the Feel Good Vibes channel. Today we are going to be starting a brand new game that has just come out. Valkyria Chronicles 4. Played the first Valkyria Chronicles back when it was on PlayStation 3. You know, it was a lot of fun then, and I'm hoping to have a lot of fun now. I did get to play the demo on the Switch, but I figured I'd buy the PC version just so we could experience most likely better graphics and less slowdown, and I could actually record it. For any cutscenes, I'm going to be just letting it play without me talking, so let's just jump right in, shall we? Let's do it at normal. I replayed Valkyria Chronicles 1 recently. Normal was an okay difficulty.
Burned. That was the day we enlisted. At last, we had something to believe in. Something worth fighting for. None of us yet knew. We couldn't foresee what this war would cost us. It was a battlefield, but it was where we grew up. Wind out of the northeast, clear skies, and nap time's over. Come on, Raz.
I wasn't napping, just resting my eyes. You gotta relax, man. You are way too freaking tense. Your hands are shaking. So sack up, Commander. It's about time we get ready to roll out. Let's show those imps what's coming to them.
Yeah. A shift in the wind. There.
Huh? You getting those wind whispers again? Imperial's incoming! All right, boys, it's go time!
Squad E, do you read me? Squad E!
This is Commander Claude Wallace. Squad E.
The Imperial forces are on the move, heading for your position.
Ready to engage.
Do not let them break through to the front line. We're counting on you.
Roger that. Over.
Good luck, Squad E.
They won't advance until they're done shelling the area. We should have time to prepare. Kai, take a group to that southern hill and slow down their left flank. Raz, take 2 soldiers east and make some noise for me. You got that?
Gotcha. Keep up or get left behind. At your command.
Hoffman, roll out!
That dog just changed into a boy.
Ready to engage. All right. Just remember your training. We can do this.
They do a real good job of getting you straight into the action.
Eliminate all Imperial hostiles. Let's stop their advance. Squad E, move out! All set, Raz?
Just say the word, boss. I'm locked, loaded, and in-freaking-vincible.
Okay. First, we'll see how they respond to some infantry. Squad E, move out!
So this will serve as our tutorial mission, but not going to need much of that.
Okay. Looks like everyone's in position. Finally. It's time. I'm their commander. It's up to me to get everyone out alive.
The game is very similar to Valkyria Chronicles.
Concentrate. Remember your training. We can do this. I can do this.
So here it just teaches about command mode, which is basically when we're looking at the map. An overview of what we're dealing with in the battlefield. See in the top left, those 3 medals, those are our action points. Like, so if we were to select Raz here, which we will do, it'll use up 1. And basically we get a limited amount of time to do a limited amount of spaces to move, pretty much. Very tactical game. Sensitivity is pretty bad. I'll have to change that. So, good thing in this game to use is cover. Never want to give up that. In this game they actually added surprise attacks, which was nice.
Just calm down and focus.
So if you're attacking from behind, they don't get a chance to attack you back. It's my understanding. So there are a couple different people to attack here. We're going to go for the guy that's closest, obviously.
Wide open.
So as you saw earlier, I pulled up the end action button early. Not gonna end my action right now though, just because I could get in cover these sandbags, which are closer to the next enemy. Because our movement is it's limited, and if we select one unit multiple times, they get slower / weaker.
Why not? You're invincible, right? Are you really getting tripped up over some common foot soldiers? Why don't you ever stop and think?
Oh, shut up. Just hurry and take him out, will ya?
Thought you'd never ask. This won't take long.
So now we get another soldier here. So as you can see, if you look at Raz in the bottom right, his that yellow bar under his health, that's his AP, and it determines how far he can move. So he'd be able to move less than he was
Moving out.
just now because he's already moved this turn. Sniper is one of my favorite classes. Like their name implies, they have a sniper, and you get to zoom with them, and they're pretty powerful when it comes to anti-infantry. Like if I wanted to try and just be lucky enough, I could probably shoot that scout over there. I'm gonna go with this one, even though it's still not guaranteed headshot. I might miss. We'll see. Nice.
Too easy.
Now, instead of ending my turn, I'm gonna move her up just so she can get closer to enemies that will be coming. But they don't have any snipers, so it's not really likely that she'll get taken out. I wouldn't do that normally and just leave her out in the middle of the field, but due to the nature of the tutorial, it won't be that big of a problem. So instead of, or I was gonna go that way, we have a barricade there to block us off because it's a tutorial. I'm just gonna move Raz up a bit, just because he's probably gonna be our main attacking troop for the tutorial. So you can save your CP, like right there. I could have chosen to not use a unit, which would leave him with 4 at the next start. My turn. Speeding. Yeah, so I put enemy fast turns on, just so we weren't sitting here forever. That was another problem I had with Valkyria Chronicles 1, or one problem I had. It's just that it took forever for the enemy to move, especially when they had a lot of units and weren't doing anything with it. As you can see, that was a lot quicker.
There we go. About time, Claude.
Yeah, I know. Soldiers, forward! Now's our chance to take the offensive.
So backup has arrived, but we don't really need it. Just telling them all the stuff I already said. So a good thing to know is that certain units, say Kai and Raz, there are some of our main characters. These other guys, they can be part of our squad, I'm pretty sure too. But these are the main characters, so they're classified as elites, and the enemy will have some of those too. So they have a little CP icon to the left of their photo, which means that they grant you an extra CP just for being on the field. So it's a good idea to deploy all of them that you can of your elites, just so you can maximize your turns. Yeah. They're explaining the top, how it says how many shots you need to kill somebody, how many shots you will be taking when you use the action, and what your weapon is effective with. And she missed. Nice. That's the bad thing about early snipers, is they're very unpredictable with their aim. They're always a little bit too big for my liking. The reticle, that is.
I got this.
Raz can just take their interception fire and not care about it because he's a shock trooper in there. It's a tutorial, so they're not gonna throw anything too difficult at us. So if you hear that chatting just during the turns, that's just ambient, like, kind of communications you can hear when it's your turn. And that should be the end of the tutorial. So I want to give us some more dialogue.
I should have expected as much from you.
Sounds like a tank. Oh no. What are we ever gonna do?
Busting out the tanks, huh? This one's all yours, Claude.
It's our turn now. Fire up the engine, Miles.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the Hoffen's moving out. Destroy the enemy tank.
Now we get introduced to the tank class, I guess you would call it. Unit. Thanks, as you can tell, they're pretty good when it comes to such foot soldiers and other stuff. Something that they did change from Chronicles 1 is that tanks only take 1 CP now, so that's a lot better. This tank, it's a fast little one. So we're gonna scoot over here. I think I might have gotten our friend there a bit of trouble just by leaving him out in the open. We'll see. So you have 3 different options with the tank. You have the main gun, which is usually used for other tanks and such. You have the mortar, which is good for clusters of enemies. And you have a machine gun, which is good for light enemy units near you. It'll the machine gun will automatically fire back at other enemies that come near your tank. Or if you saw like how those scouts were shooting at Raz, that's called interception fire, which will automatically happen if they're in like a certain field of view from the unit when they're moving. They'll automatically get shot. Let's hope this guy goes for our tank instead of Raz. It'll run over Raz, but that does nothing. We're good. Yeah, it's just gonna go for the Hoffen.
No big deal.
Like I said, tutorial, so don't have to worry about too much. And as you can see, since we got the Hoffen, and he's an elite, we got 5 CP instead of 4. So another handy thing to look at is these blue radiator plates. Those are the weak spots of tanks. So I can just go around over here and position myself oh so nicely right at this tank's weak spot. A nice little propel. And first mission complete. This game's easy.
Anyone else want to try? Squad E don't take shit from nobody.
Well, language there, Raz.
Claude knows what I'm Whoa, you okay?
The flowers.
What about him?
Oh, yeah. They didn't stand a chance.
Another
Come on, man.
nature
You're
freak.
supposed to be commander of the Ranger Corps.
Not freak, but
Commander
lover.
still has a heart, same as a foot soldier. Rank doesn't make this any less painful to see.
But crying over flowers, even little girls have bigger balls these days.
Yeah, like bounty ones to play with.
Maybe. But what matters is that their hearts...
All right, I get it. Power of the heart, blah, blah, blah. Look, just go turn in your report already, will ya? Can't go get sloshed if we're stuck here on standby.
Sloshed?
I'll head to the command center.
Alcohol? In my Christian game? No, thank you.
Yeah, you do that. And tell the brass to send us tougher imps to fight next time, yeah?
Engagement at Milton. They ranked it. Got yourself some experience. And DCT, ducats. I don't know what that stands for exactly.
Prologue. Operation Northern Cross.
So this is how we're gonna get around to our battles and such, and this is our basically main menu. So here we have an option to we could go back and watch the first cutscene, we could play that battle over again, or we can progress with the story. Since we don't have too many options right here, I'm just gonna progress with the prologue. It says here cutscene. Actually, first, can I go to the options? Control. Can you use or anything? Keep right. Well, we'll keep it. Don't like the action button being, or the aiming button being right. Could I change it to something? I'm not buying this. I just don't want that to be a button. You know, we'll just keep it this way for now. Like that. But I will change this. Just because it was so slow. Oh. This will probably help better. This will be better for zooming. Yeah, that should be good. Alright. Apply. And let us continue on with the prologue. Sorry about that.
Sir, First Lieutenant Claude Wallace reporting in.
Good work out there. Glad you're still in one piece. We're just about to go over our next operation.
You're late. I'm sure you know standard procedure is to report immediately after a mission.
Tsundere.
Oh, Minerva. You're reporting too?
That's lieutenant to you, Claude. Don't get smart with me just because we share rank. I've got seniority.
Sorry,
Grumpy.
Lieutenant Minerva Victor.
Well, let's get started. Minerva, give us a situation report.
Yes, sir. 3 months have passed since we went to war. I won't sugarcoat it. They're steamrolling us. By this point, a third of our territory is under imperial control. This is officially a crisis.
I think it's officially a war.
If it's that bad already, we won't even be able to sustain a war effort.
You're right. And the Empire's only gaining momentum. If this draws out much longer...
The Federation's finished. If we fall, that's it for Europa. Nobody else could stand against them. The Empire would take total control. It'd be a fascist continent ruled with an iron fist.
Communists.
We can't let that happen. Europa's future depends on us.
Which brings us to now. The top brass finally got off their seats and sent us a can turn the war around in one fell swoop, ready to be put into action.
I think you should be saying stuff like that about your superiors there,
What are the
Minerva.
orders?
We put all our force into one strike. Break through their defenses and hit them where they'll hurt most.
Soldiers, supplies. We'll use all reserves we have to make a final push and capture one crucial enemy base. And we lucky few of the 32nd Armored Ranger Battalion have been handpicked as the vanguard.
Yay.
Couldn't ask for a better mission, sir. Which enemy base are we targeting?
Think bigger. We take this base, and we take their will to fight.
But how could any one target mean that much to... Wait, you don't mean...
You always were a clever boy, Claude. I think you've got it. Our target is the imperial capital of Schwarzgrad. Let's fight back!
Operation Northern Cross.
Jeez. It's a little far away.
The year was 1935 EC. Two great powers vied to control the continent of Europa. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, a dictatorship known as the Empire. In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies banded together to form the Atlantic Federation. Both powers depended on a precious mineral, Ragnite, for their prosperity, its growing scarcity leading inevitably to war. With its overwhelming military might, the Empire captured one nation after another. While the Federation struggled to maintain unity, every battle driving them further back against the wall. 3 months have passed. With 7/10 of Europa falling to the Imperial war machine, the Federation places all its hope in a desperate counterattack. Operation Northern Cross. 6 million soldiers fought in this campaign. It claimed more lives than any other in the Second European War. Federation historians call it the Eastern Theater, but the Empire knows it as the War for the Motherland.
Forward, soldiers! This is the battle you've been training for! Operation Northern Cross begins now! We'll wipe those Imperials clear off the face of Europa! Our time has come! Forward to victory!
Countless soldiers fought and died on those fields, struggling to make their ideals a reality. Ordinary people, thrust into extraordinary circumstances, fighting in the hopes that they would see a brighter future. What follows here is a record of those brave warriors, a record of that battle against the dark. Based on the diary of one Claude Wallace, the commander of the Federation's Galleon Squad E. Chapter 1. The Battle of Fort Crest.
And there we
Good
go.
news, Claude. HQ has awarded you with a medal.
A medal already? Wow. Killed 4 people in a tank. What could this be? Merit Service Award. Capped bullets. This is something new to Valkyria 4, at least from Valkyria Chronicles 1. Accessories. So, they're basically items that you get. They can just be put on units and they just give or confer stat bonuses, which is nice. I don't think I can equip them right now just because I don't have the headquarters unlocked. It's down there. It's hiding from me. But that was the prologue. I think I will try to do 1 chapter per episode. So I'll count that as the first episode. But I'm definitely going to get right into recording number 2, so don't you worry. But thank you all for joining me. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. Please leave some comments or criticisms down below. I did get a new mic recently, so hopefully it sounds a lot better. And I hope you come back next time. Jared over here at Feel Good Vibes. Stay chill.